Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Coming to you live from the bubbly miles of Negtal, it's Soup Whistle, with all of the good soup I'm making from the mushroom people of Negtal.
Oh, so is that what's happening during this new world event? Is that what happens on the heroic world tier? You have like a soup making event?
Yes.
But hello, it's your boy Immunization.
And it's me, Aaron, coming to you live from the spicy water. I'm here live to tell you about so many things, but in classic Blizzard fashion. Right as we are in 12.0.7, they said, but don't look at it too much because 12.1 has been officially announced.
They fucking love doing that. I'm like, give me a second to do my little show.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is that I feel like we talk about the current content, and I honestly don't think it will take up an entire episode to talk about the 12.0.7 stuff that we've done so far.
No, and then there's so much more to happen until the Curse of Ula'tek. So don't worry, everyone. If you have hot and spicy opinions on being hunted down by one of two, count 'em, two different ethereal mobs, there'll be plenty of time.
I do like Nigtal a little bit. I needed some hard content. I don't know. I feel like the world was just falling to seams whenever I'd look at it. And now it's kind of hard. It's not too hard still, but I wish the mobs hit harder.
Let me just tell you, I just got out of my Nigtal heroic world tier on my holy priest in war mode. So that was quite the experience.
I gotta add war mode back in. That's what I'm missing. I've had it off for a little bit.
Honestly, like the Hordes were scared. Like they were not jumping me. We were like honestly, the Alliance wasn't jumping the Horde either. I think it was just that like people realized that everything was hitting kind of hard. So they were like, we don't want to introduce that yet until I got up to where the world boss, like at the end of the quest chain or whatever, and you needed to kill that's where the Alliance were like, we are camping this out because we are going to be killing this world boss. So like they had formed a group, and then I requested to join it, and then I don't know what the Hordes did. They probably just had to turn off war mode because like we had a group of like 12 of us that were just camping out and killing any Hordes while we were forming up a group. And then we just decided to go for it and try to kill the world boss with like 11 of us, and I was the only healer, and that shit was actually kind of hard.
Now, this world boss, is this the Blowjob Brothers that is sort of in the lower right hand of the Nagtal area?
Yes, Captain Lethil, and the other one has a really funky name. It's like Susie Dabuka or something like that.
Okay.
But you just get one emblem from them, right?
Yes. And so that is my question before we go into any Ula'teking. How many emblems do you guys have? Because they're the only people that have given me one.
You can only get one a week.
Okay.
So you will not complete the quest until... So then we're going to go to Val, and then you're going to kill somebody else. And then we're going to... I can't tell if we're going to kill them again, or if it's going to be different commanders. Because technically, like in this lore, like, they're dead. So maybe the new leader will show up by then. Because that was also in the story. It was like...
Decimus is such a little shit. He's a little fart. He gave me that and he was like, go take out the leaders. It won't take too long. And he didn't even, if he had just told me like, okay, straight up, brass tacks, that you only get one per week. I was running around killing any dang old thing, being like, why aren't they dropping? Where's the crests? What did I do this one beautiful time? But okay. I see your game, Decimus.
I was actually kind of excited to turn in that quest because the loot options from turning it in, one of them was actually just a straight up upgrade for my priest, which like she's not as geared as my hunter, so I guess that makes sense, but it is like myth track gear. So I was like, oh, that's actually kind of nice. And then I realized, oh, this is going to take fucking 4 weeks, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Also, before we get into the new stuff, the quest text was really cool for getting there. I feel like there's already way more lore that we're getting dropped on us than we got in any other 0.7 patch. Like the other 0.7 patches were like nothing, right? Siren Isle and what's the other one? Fuck, I could see it, but I don't remember its name.
The one before that was Forbidden Reach.
Dragonflight. Yes, Forbidden Reach. There's like a lot of things to read. Like the quest text is fucking massive, and there's also a bunch of like side characters you can talk to, and there's also just a bunch of like machinery set up that has like lore of the planet basically too that we're on, and some of that was cool. It was like basically Nagtal held off against the original Legion invasion. Like they didn't get invaded and they fought back, but then the people that fought back aren't there, so they're like, where are they? So I don't know if we're gonna be seeing them later, or if it's just like a mysterious race of people who live underground.
I think you might be reading too much into it. Honestly, I think it's just their way of saying we just want to use this zone, but not impact anything that actually goes on there.
Yeah.
I think that's jaded. You guys have jaded 07 eyes. I think you guys haven't been reading the lore. You guys haven't been digging into the questions you could ask people.
You know what? You caught me there. Not really. I hit Nagtal, and I mean, everyone kind of looked. Everyone had like the soft white guy smile, sort of half closed eyes, like, don't worry about this place. It won't mean anything. They like to trick you because you came here in Legion and says it's important. They just remembered it was here too.
See, I think there's a lot of when you talk to somebody at the bottom and there's like 3 to 4 options of things to say, like you can like scroll through, and then there's more windows within those windows.
And then I noticed that there was one of the caves in Nagtal too had like 6 different plaques that you could read too about like lore of whatever was going on there. I was trying to rush to finish the quest before recording, so I didn't read all of them, but they're there.
Because we didn't get any of that about other places. Siren Isle was like, here's a cave, mysterious storm area.
They had just defined lore about Cersei.
Yeah, I mean Cersei had a lore because we got a ring, but like I don't know. This feels like they it's all like right up front, and there's like it feels like there's like way more than there usually is. And also even like getting there was cool because they did quest text differences for demon hunters. So I'm assuming Lightforge because
we call upon the Illidari to help us in the Lightforge. So yeah, they probably were like, brother, go recruit all of your favorite guys.
Yeah, so Slidewhistle and I compared different quest text talking to the demon hunters. So I wonder also if there's difference when you're talking with the Lightforge Draenei, if you are a Lightforge Draenei. I'm not a Lightforge Draenei, so I wouldn't know.
There's gotta be. So he sent me his, and it's just like, she was like, it's like one paragraph's the same, so Liz won't mention that one. But then she's like, I've requested the demon hunter's aid in navigating these worlds and fortifying our defenses. Seek them out and lend them any assistance they need. Inform Bellic if we mobilize soon. But mine read, this makes you and your Illidari experts in such terrain. I've requested your demon hunter's aid in navigating these worlds and fortifying our defenses. They await you in Murder Row. Help them prepare for the assault and rather than mobilize. She was like, yeah, here they are. I know exactly where they are. For you, it's like, I don't know where they are. Go find them. Like, okay, bitch, wait.
Because like, is she a demon hunter?
I don't even think she is.
So is it just like assuming that like when you're talking with her, you know, so then that's why she talks to you like that?
Yeah, because like, I would be like, well, of course I know where they are. But then even afterwards, I think afterwards was way better. It was like, it's actually completely different. So when you turn in the quest, she goes to, at least to me, I don't know everybody else. So Leona is joining us? Good, I'd hope to see her in the field. Alari and Bellis' knowledge of Legion worlds will help us navigate the terrain when we arrive. Wherever it is our enemies are holed up. Let's just hope our enemies are inhabiting a world that the demon hunters have information on. For me, she was finally doing what I wanted and sucking my dick and calling me the Slayer. No one's calling me the fucking Slayer yet. And she was like, so Leona's joining us? Good, I'm eager to see what she's learned from Alari. It is no small victory to have the Illidari Slayer and the most elite of their demon hunters accompanying our mission. Your intel and expertise on Legion worlds will be critical in helping us navigate the terrain on whatever world we're going. So even then, like, it's just, cause I fucking encountered the fucking Void Elf demon hunters and they didn't call me shit. And I'm like, bitch, I'm literally your boss. Like, get back to work.
Are you the boss of the Void ones, though?
Yes, all demon hunters answer to me, the Slayer. While Daddy Illidan's away, he said I was in charge.
Or they're probably just like, no, we're Void Elves before we're demon hunters.
That is actually crazy thinking about how many different layers of, like, loyalty they could feel. Because you could be a Blood Elf. No, you can't be a Blood... You could be a Blood Elf Void demon hunter.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you can. Or even broader... with this whole end of Midnight base edition where Umbric and Ramith are hanging out, they don't do a lot anymore where it's like, oh, you're Void Elf friends. It's like, no, we're all elves together. So yeah, it could just be like, I'm sorry, I'm actually, my allegiance is to all of elf kind, not your small subgroup within it.
Oh God, how do we overcome elf kind? There's too many of them.
That's what I've been saying for years. There's enough. We can dartboard one of them and get rid of them. There's so few natural high elves. We can get rid of them just to keep this less complicated, right?
Yeah, you know what? I guess that's the one I would back is the high elves at least. Yeah, because as much as I'm mad that the Rissa betrayed us, I can't snap her out of existence. I want to see her mana fruit.
Also, they can put up a big shield around their city. That's just inconvenient. Where do the high elves live? The same place everyone else does. It's chaos in the streets.
Also, back to the lore thing, the Omnium Folium, I also felt like had a good amount of lore to it. They kept mentioning a guy's name, and I was like, oh, wait, I know this. I do know this guy. The guy who betrayed and let Arthas in.
Yeah, Drakthir, Drakon.
Drakar, yeah. Drakar?
I also had to look this up because, like, I guess I didn't have his name committed to memory, but then I, like, did a quick Google and then went to the wiki page. I was like, oh, okay, obviously he's the one who, like, let the Scourge into Silvermoon, right?
Yes, and yes, he was their third roommate. They were all tickling toes in the Umbric backstory together.
Yeah, and then basically, like, you're questing with both of them to try to get the Omnium Folium shit back up and running, and then just, like, during it, they're just like, yeah, our third roommate, his toes were nasty when we were all wiggling them together anyways. We should have known from the beginning.
Yeah, he's nasty at the Scourge toes going on.
So, I'm sure we talked about it. We even had an episode distinctly about the Omnium Folium. Or Folio, I have to call it its real name now that it's here. This week, they just said, here's a chunk. Drakthir Draken had it under his pillow. What will we have to do the following month each week to get a chunk of the folio?
I'm not sure if it's going to be like a different quest each time, or if it'll be like, do my world quest, do 5 world quests to get. I think the story will keep going. I think. I could be wrong.
I could see it being that the story kind of goes, and in the sense when I say kind of goes, it is they just tell you to do a quest chain every week, and then the actual lore will be at the end of X amount of weeks. You know what I mean?
Like the War Within one. What's it called? The Titans thing.
Oh, the discs or whatnot.
Yeah, when we're hanging out with little nerd boy and tentacle arm Doc Ock. What the hell's her name?
Speaker Brinth.
Speaker Brinth.
Actually, former sexiest NPC of the week for Speaker Brinth.
Also, everyone, I'm just gonna say timeout. Sorry if my recording sounds really funny. A whole bunch of stuff got fucked up. I dropped I dropped recording twice. I realized, I looked at my little thingy, I was like, my sound files are awfully quiet. And I looked and my recording volume was 0%. So I just now fixed it 15 minutes in. So this 3/4 of the show will finally be with fixed audio.
Do you think it actually recorded audio for the first 15 minutes?
I think so. I think it'll just be, you're going to hear a fair amount of background noise. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing there to make it listenable.
And here's what we're gonna do. How about this? We're gonna take that 15 and we're gonna slide it on down after we talk about everyone's new favorite thing, 12.1. It's here, everybody. The patch is here, 12.1. No one will know we recorded 15 minutes. It's being moved after this.
It ended up being A, not an issue, and B, too much of a pain to reorder the way we recorded the show. So don't worry, nothing got flip-flopped around on you.
Yeah, and we're talking patch 12.1, the Curse of Ula'tek, which was revealed, I believe, today, right? During a new episode of everyone's favorite Blizzard kind of podcast. How frequent? How do we describe the frequency of their show? It's like not. It's just like whenever.
It's like once a year at this point, right? Because they only show up to give it to you for 0.1 and 0.2 patches, and then the cycle is 2 years. So, yeah, like
maybe slightly
annually.
under 1 year.
Yeah, every 11,
every 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. But okay, so when I was watching this video, I mean, I do like these videos. I find them fun. One of the first things I thought when I was watching this, I was like, oh, yep, they listen to this show, you know? They heard Aaron complaining about how we've had patch after patch, and he's worried that we're just going to have purple patch, purple patch, purple patch. And they're like, you know what? We're going to have green patch now.
I actually did pop off here in my home. I was like, yes! Because, yes, I was so afraid that it was just going to be like, we found a new planetoid, a new purple rock in space to go to, and you'll mine this rock for information. Please, I please no. But yes, now instead they said, did you ever do the fishing mini game from 0.5? No, you didn't. Okay, well, anyways, if you were watching Aaron's stream when he did it, you saw there was a spooky island in the distance, and that is actually the secret island of, I forgot its name.
The Coiled Isle.
The Coiled Isle. And why is it coiled? Because a stinky snake god lives in it. Ula'tek.
Okay, but before we get into it, the start of this Wowcast video talked about, I believe they said in 12.0.7 storyline with Zul'Jin and Zul'Jara, like, where does that start? Did I just miss that? Did you guys do it yet?
No, maybe that'll be part of the storyline for the Omnium Folio, because they're usually pretty good at having an enchanted missive or some guy
like on the map, even like something somewhere or in the journal, but like I couldn't find it, so I don't know if that was on me or if it's just not in yet potentially.
I think they may have spilt the beans. I think those ladies are in trouble when they go home.
Has anyone gone to Zul'Aman? Because I haven't gone.
I guess I haven't, but I did look on the map in Zul'Aman and I didn't see it. What I did see on the map in Zul'Aman was a little like purple quest, and I was like, oh, maybe that's it. And then I hovered over and I was like, oh no, that's just them trying to get me to do the fishing thing that I didn't do.
I called my Zula mom. She's usually who I go to in times of trouble, but she didn't know either. Bear, you know what? I haven't heard anything about the Coiled Isle. That's great. You know, I usually hear about things like that from my neighbor Jill.
Okay, derailing slightly. Yesterday we went to see Obsession. Have you seen it, Aaron?
Of course, yes.
How much did it fuck with you that the main character's name was Bear?
So it wasn't like, I feel like I'm in the movie. But anytime, it's like Pavlovian. Anytime they would say his name, I would like extra sit up. I'd be like, yes.
Every time they said it, I think of your mom. Every time I was like, oh my God, Aaron's mom. I was like, oh my God, Aaron's mom.
I don't want my mom to get obsessed. I don't want her to smash her face with a broken wine glass.
It was a very interesting movie. Anyway, we're going back to the Coiled Isle, everybody. Bring it back. So, what do we got here? They talked about the new raid with 8 bosses, the Venomous Abyss.
Which I must say, hallelujah, thank goodness. I don't know. I mean, they're giving us new content, whatever, but just the fact that they're like, don't worry, everyone, it'll be a real big raid. I'm like, yes!
And it's a troll raid, which, as my people on internet always say, it's not a good expansion unless it has a troll raid.
Something that caught me off guard. Did we know that we were getting a new dungeon during like one of these mid patches as well? Because like we're getting a new dungeon on the Coiled Isles as well.
I do not think we knew. I think we
No.
assumed that the rotation was going to be, because they also announced a new Mythic Plus rotation, which we'll get to later. But they basically were like, it's going to be the 4 ones you haven't done and 4 ones from before. But now it's technically 5 from the current expansion and then 3 additional ones. So that's fun. That's fun. I'm a big fan. What's the final boss's name? Do we have the boss list or?
Of the raid
So-
itself?
So I'm at the dungeon. My bad.
Okay, I was like, come on, man, it's the curse of fucking what's her face, Ula'tek.
Yeah, no, so we are facing Ula'tek at the end of the raid, and she's kind of cool, honestly. It's like a Hydra looking thing.
But with big feathers, and her big beautiful feathers sweep you. That's the only move I saw was she swings her big wing across the stage and it hurts people. And I'm like, Ula, serving it, girl, sitting there in that spicy water.
God, stop reminding me.
I am gonna call it that. Although like it looked annoying to deal with. Because another thing that they showed during this is that we're having another talent tree to fill out in the new zone. It's like the one that's already in Zul'Aman, I think, where you like choose a Loa and can do things that affect you in the zone or whatnot. But this is probably, I guess, specifically for the Coiled Isles, and they're like, yeah, one of them in particular will make it so that you take less damage in the spicy water.
Funnily enough, that one's like on like the 2nd tier. So
Good.
So the venom locking will reduce damage taken by 75%. Assuming, I mean, 25% isn't nothing, so you might die if you're like fighting something and you like walk into it. But it's really funny how big they made it.
But I'm so sorry. I interrupted you so many times. What do we know of this dungeon? The Altar of Fangs.
I don't know that we know much more about it besides its name, and then I think they showed a picture. It looks underground. It looks like there's spicy water. It looks like there's a giant altar in a temple.
There's another picture. There's 3 new bosses in a new dungeon, Altar of Fangs. This 3 boss dungeon will be available up to Heroic at the launch of the content update and will join M Plus a week after the launch. And in the picture, we have a 3-headed Hydra, the one in the middle with a sick-ass red mohawk, unlike his 2 lame siblings.
Yeah, he's definitely the leader. He definitely, he wails his head left and right to knock some sense into the boys. And he says, boys, listen up. We're doing this my way.
I love this guy. I cannot wait until I can tame this.
I wonder if you can tame Ula'tek, because I'm looking at this Ula'tek picture. Gosh, it's so fucking cool. An ancient, powerful creature of a hatred, corruption, and venom. Woohoo, I love that. Just a big fucking King Ghidorah ass, 2 extra heads, I guess, 5-headed dragon. Or, sorry, what are they called? 5-headed,
No, I was going to say that Ula'tek is kind of giving Yu-Gi-Oh to me, and I think that it's in the same way that you're referencing, right?
It's the big boss's monster.
It's the one I'm particularly thinking about, the boss from the movie. You know, when they combine all the different dragons.
When they duel across time. Or was that that was the second Yu-Gi-Oh film? I'm sorry. I'm not as learned.
I actually didn't know there was a second one. I only know the
Yes,
first one?
Yugi stars. He, I believe, teams up with Pegasus in one, and the other one, he teams up with Jaden and Guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Z.
Okay, yeah, it was literally just called the five-headed dragon.
Okay, and it is the big 5. I was worried I wasn't actually the big 5. I never rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh, but in Japanese. Anyway, sorry everybody. Back to patch 12.1. Okay, they are introducing a new system, layers, which honestly fits in really well into the dungeon, raid, delve, like little chart we have here of content. Like layer is such a good such a good word to make one of these things.
I feel like we're almost becoming a little oversaturated because I feel like the content it's like, oh yeah, did you do your prey? Did you do your layer? Did you do your delves? Did you do your dungeons? Did you do your raids? Did you do your world quests? Did you do your ritual sites?
I do think the only good thing about it is that technically lairs might eventually just straight up replace world bosses. So then that would be kind of lumped into a shorter way to say world bosses. So this is definitely an experiment, I think, because they're putting the world boss into something called a lair. And the blue post says, introducing layers, an evolution on world bosses located in instant encounters with scaling difficulty up to flexible mythic with 15 to 25 players. They will be found in specific locations similar to delves and will come complete with a summoning stone outside the lair. Their goal is to make it easier for players to gather and take on these bosses by encountering them at specific locations, which we already do, where you can choose your difficulty and use the stone to bring others to you. Stone different.
So this is honestly more similar to a raid or a dungeon then, if they have a fucking summoning stone.
Mhm.
Also, all the particles will be in an instant content, so that it won't lag
There
out
you
the
go.
zone.
And I think they even said as much in the thing. Be like, it'll be real convenient to have all the, they can't say like the particles that tank your computer. So they go like, the majesty of battle will be all contained in an instance content. Yes. So this thing can shoot a bunch of laser beams because at max you can get 20 guys in there instead of the like 50 that show up. And you don't have to worry about also loading Silver Moon at the same time.
Because I feel like we've all had it happen when especially at the beginning of a patch or an expansion when like a world boss that is in also a place where everyone is at spawns and then everyone's game lags out even if you aren't like at the boss.
Ooh, guys, I have a very important question for you right now, though. Technically, this limits the feeling of when you're flying over a zone to kill a world boss and it has 1% health and you tag it at the last second and get it. That won't happen anymore because you won't be inside of the thing.
Well, it sounds to me like they're just testing the system and this will just be here. Like, is it straight up replacing world bosses on the coiled isles or will they also have world bosses on the coiled isles in addition to layers?
No, the world boss is going to be inside the lair. So A, you won't be able to fly over and last second tag it, which some will say that's a good thing. B, if you join a group and you have a slow computer, you're going to have to get to the fucking loading screen of going through the instance and hoping that the boss isn't already at 10% health and it dies by the time you get inside. Which, if it did, credit?
But I'm wondering, with the way that it works, can you load into an in-progress version of this boss? I thought that it was just you queue up at the stone and it goes, 15 people have also queued up. Get in there. Like it's like a haunted house or like a roller coaster. Like you can't just show up in the middle of someone's adventure. You're all just waiting in line for your chance to go fight the big snake.
I don't know. It has an enter button on the UI. So maybe you're right. When you press enter, everyone gets transported in. But it's also very possible that, like, you get in there, you wipe, 6 people leave. What, you had to make everyone leave and then do it again? Or can people join an already existing one?
So, like, it delves, for instance, if you're in a group, like, that you can technically start it before everyone's in there, right?
Yes. It's been a minute since we've done it. But yeah, I get... Does combat affect that from joining? No, it shouldn't affect you from joining in combat. So if that's the case, that's fine. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have Nuss test it on his computer. his sticks and stones. They talk about some new delves. I mean, like it's fine. Like if you want to know the name, sure. Ring of Glory, Gnarl Door Isle, Venom Fall Deep's Nemesis delve. Oh, new Nemesis boss.
Yeah, this little gooberino. There's so many good snakes on this coiled isle. And then there's this guy. He definitely is
guy.
like, there's something about his face. He's just like a little guy pie. He's like, hey, don't hit my mommy. It's me, Ula-son. Get out of here. Don't be a nuisance.
I think it's his two little teethies that are like where they're placed on his face makes it look like he's a little kid, you know?
I'm gonna really whoop you. You're gonna have to look behind you and in front of you at the same time, or else I'm gonna wipe you.
Just get like an oversized sword, like he's using his dad's sword, Ula'tek. We have the Mythic Plus for dungeons we talked about before. Murder Row, Dinanarlarak, Blinding Veil, Voidscar Arena, New Dungeon.
No.
Altar of Things. And the 3 returning ones are King's Rest. One I say we have not seen come back very often.
Have we ever? I know Honors was going to be happy.
They did come back, I think, for one of them. Ruby Life Pools. The only good thing about Ruby Life Pools is that we get to hear Melidrusa.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I feel like I have too much personal beef with this dungeon over the years.
It is the one you will be running all the time. I feel like there's like a trinket or a necklace or something. There's always something important in there.
Also,
that
it's quick too.
But it's definitely
you wipe.
There's someone on your raid team needs something from it. So it's like, come on, guys, we got to do pools now. And it's like, you have to do pools no fewer than 7 times a week.
So, and then you're going to wipe on like God knows how many of the... hopefully it gets nerfed. Be it like, there's so many parts I feel like can go wrong. And then finally, one that I'm mixed on. Temple of Sethrilus, the snake one from BFA.
Ooh, we excited to be b-balling again.
Well, they changed that aspect actually.
Well, never mind. No excitement.
What is the temple without the b-ball? Who's excited about a single boss in Temple of Sethrilus? It's all about dodging ball, baby. Ball is life.
Like the first boss of Temple, I still forget how the fuck it works.
It is 2 snake people, and yeah, I could not tell you.
There's like a mechanic you have to do.
What the mechanic is? It's just like separate the snake guys and beat them up.
Yeah, I don't know why this never sticks with me, and we're gonna go in there, and I'm gonna die a million times to it, and be like, oh, it's beep.
I feel like I've learned it every time that it's been in the rotation, and then I will have to relearn it every single time. I think one is wind and one is like thunder, but I don't know what that means.
That's a good start. It's a good start, more than I remembered. Prey Season 2. Aaron, you're a Prey expert. Are you excited for Prey 2?
Sure, buddy. You know what? I'm so excited for Prey. I'm excited to tell you. I'm excited to fight every single Prey, and then we'll have a pop quiz and see if I can tell you even one of their names. It is the most like, damn, here content that Midnight has given us. But, like I said last week, I knew a lot of people that loved Prey, and so I'm happy for them.
Ula-son's Ula brother is here. The same model from the Nemesis one with the 2 little buck teeth guy. He's recolored as one of the Nemesis.
Ula cousin is here. My Ula uncle lent me his sword.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, Ula cousin looks even derpier than Ula son. Because, I don't know, something about, like, the piss yellow coloring instead of the, like, badass red, at least, you know?
No, it's just a really light green, please! And then everyone at the Ula school's like, pee-pee head. I'm gonna prove myself. I'm gonna go get the hero.
Ula piss baby.
They're letting people PvP against bots in Arena. Sure, go ahead, do your thing. Go for it.
Yeah, it's just I'm conflicted because it is both like sad that is the state of PvP where it's like they can't even pay people to do this thing. They tried to give you initiatives and it didn't work, so it's like fucking fine, just fight robots. But at the same time, I guess might as well. If they were designing things and power-ups that no one was getting, it's like, well, I guess, yeah, here's an easy street way to do it then.
Yeah, I was seeing PvPers say it was good so they could like test their like UIs without like trolling their teammates. It'd be like, because it'd be a real game, so just doing it in a bot game makes it easy to test. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Like the equivalent of a warm-up game.
Yeah, basically making sure your shit's in check.
Something that was exciting to me, though, was that there's going to be some updates with the cooldown manager. In particular, for healers, you will be able to update the things that are on your frames. Because, like, something that was really pissing me off was that for some reason, they were like, yes, fortitude is going to be taking up a huge portion of your frames for some reason.
So now it'll be, can you resize it? What if you can't resize it?
I don't know. They just made it sound like you would be able to choose what is on your frames for like HOTS and whatnot, and potentially even like what order that they are prioritized being placed on them.
Oh, so you could even just hide fortitude if you wanted, basically.
That's what I'm hoping.
So I'm looking at this here. Obviously, very happy for everyone, the cooldown manager and the things like that. In it, we see what I believe is an arcane mage that just has a bunch of shit in front of his actual character model. Is that viable? Do people do that? Is this tech that I don't know about? Am I losing out by being able to see Growlina, the back of her head?
You know, I do have mine in the center of my screen, but not quite like that. I would probably put it like lower it below so that I could see my character but still be in the center of the screen.
Yeah, also mine would never have that many things. I feel like mine has like 6, 5 at most.
He's also got a lot of important buttons that are so small here. Like, what are you doing with mirror image, buddy? Put that on a number. You're only using 6 of them so far. Like spell steal, counter spell, that's important. Don't put that on a whittle bar, Bubby.
It is funny how bad the picture is that like you can see like 40% of their model. The other 60% is covered by buttons. I think they literally turn them all on and put them in this picture, and it's like, okay, well, maybe you should turn on like 4.
They were just doing this to show that like something new that they're adding is that you can ping your abilities so that you could tell everyone what cooldown is left on them, which I don't necessarily know what use that is besides maybe pinging to say that like, hey, hero doesn't come off of cooldown for like 15 seconds or whatnot. You know what? Something I am excited about though is you can also ping like your health. I assume you can ping your mana, so like that'll be nice for healers. You can ping like spam ping like I'm at 10% mana, so then like nobody can deny that like you need to drink, you know.
Yeah, though, no, but everyone just types drink.
That's what my grandfather used to do. That was his justification for his alcoholism, and he said, damn it, Debbie, look at me, I'm 10% mana, I need to drink.
Oh, pass me the old style. Is that what you drink?
Yeah, he said, pass me the old style. And she had just a vague bottle of brown that on duct tape said old style. Well, you do need it. You're only 15% manner.
Manner. Housing update. Pet can walk around your house, and most excitingly, blueprints, which means I can effectively save my room for my whole house and then destroy it and dick around. And if I hate it, just put it back to what it was before.
Yeah, so a lot of people are going to be excited for blueprints because then they could just, you know, find builds for different rooms or maybe even entire houses online and then just import them and be like, that's my house now. Like, that feels cheap to me, so I'm probably not going to do it. But I am excited for, as Slide says, you can just save your room and then to like delete it and try out something new, which is like, at least in Animal Crossing, and it's kind of what I've fallen into now in player housing. When I get rooms or my house a way I like it, I just feel scared to do anything new with it. So
I just recently, just today, because they talked about like the pets will have mechanics where they walk around your house, but you know, the pathing, we're still working on it. So I was like, I need to clear things up. I got rid of the 4 giant Tesla coils that were next to my bed in my bedroom. And then I said, fuck, I take it back, take it back. I don't like this. But I feel like I'll never be whole again. I'll never get those Tesla coils the way that I wanted them to be.
You know, with the future blueprint system, you could have saved it beforehand and then fucked around with your coils.
I feel like you can blueprint individual items in the room, right? Or are they just saving the entire room?
There was a little drop down that they were showing. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's just you can save rooms or entire. Yeah, so here it is. So blueprints are either full layout, interior only, exterior only, or current room only. So it's like entire room at the like least.
Okay, because doing the entire room will be less useful. But like when it was Christmas time and everyone's like, here's my plan, here's how I make my giant tree. I feel like that'd be useful to say like, okay, all of these items in this quadrant, save that and share that so that you can just put their Christmas tree in your own room. But that stinks that it's like, well, if you want Pretty Sparkle's Christmas tree, you have to use Pretty Sparkle's entire living room.
So, I mean, I guess what you could do, though, then, like, for your current house, if you really like your living room, then you could just have, like, blueprint for base living room and then blueprint for Christmas decorated living room, you know?
Extra endeavors come in. Extra endeavors. We got Amani trolls, kobolds, Onaran centaurs, and Totalan endeavors. Oh boy, keeping them fresh. I gotta say, Unomas has not been announcing when we have a new endeavor as of late, or I haven't been seeing it. I almost missed out on the Niffin one.
It was posted. I just think that we didn't vote on the last one because there was only one that we hadn't, like, had before. So it's like, well, we're gonna choose this one.
Yeah. Also, he's been posting it every time in the housing channel. Whenever one's up.
Well, dang, I didn't see it. Just like I didn't see this coming. They said, enjoy 12.1 because the hunt for Xalatath continues. That's right. All this time on the Coiled Isle is but a side story because we're going to some purple planetoid somewhere. We're picking up the pursuit of the Twilight's blade. I was like, what do you think we've been doing for the past year? When have we not been fighting the Twilight's blade?
Like, she's inside of Azeroth? Like, shouldn't we do that little suitor, guys? What is she doing?
They made it seem like it was more so a storyline of, like, us continuing with Eritor now that we don't know where his mom is. So, like, I don't know if, like, that's going to be part of this storyline. I mean, obviously we do need to have some kind of storyline continuation of Xalatath. I feel like it'd be weird to just take an entire main patch off where we don't address the fact that she almost destroyed the world like a few months ago.
Make it 0.2. That's all. Give me a couple months where I don't have to go anywhere purple.
We could go to Iran instead with the $300 billion we're gonna give them.
Ooh boy. You can see a lot of laughing folks on this White House Facebook post. America is respected again on the world stage. Yeah, that was definitely the outcome of what happened there.
They keep posting like fucking ridiculous shit on Facebook. It's my favorite one that I saw was oil prices are plummeting across the United States. If they have everywhere, it's under $4, and it's like, well, yeah, here it is. Gas prices falling, no, under $4 a gallon. Okay, why were they high?
We went to war when we shouldn't have, and then got bent over a barrel. So prices are going down now that we're in our humiliation arc.
If you voted for this, you're a fucking moron, and you know it, you little baby chump. Don't do it again. Next time, use your brains.
I was going to say, well, they can't do it again, but he's probably going to try again. But hey, we got UFC at the White House.
Let's go. Do you think Dana White is happy about Zul'Jan's storyline and where it's going?
You know that he is a Zul'Jan supporter. You know, he's just like, I don't listen to a woman, even though she's obviously right here, because like the whole point of this storyline is that like Zul'Jan is going to unleash the evil 5-headed Hydra, right?
I feel like we should ask Dana White where he was on Zul'Jan 6.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I I'm not gonna say I wasn't storming the Altar of Fangs, but did I have snakes in my luggage? Maybe.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's some good artwork we could make there.
Hey everyone, there's a contest. Tell you what, so I feel like we need to get to brass tacks. We need to get to skinny here. The Pride Month contest continues, but I do feel like we probably should extend this thing some point into July because I don't think Blizzard is giving us anything for Pride Month, anything of substance. Pride Month is half over by now.
You probably saw that nobody was buying the other stuff. You know what I mean?
So you heard it here, everyone. You can do anything. Send us a picture of a room in your Warcraft house that you're proud of. Draw a stick figure of Dana White with a bunch of snakes he stole from the Altar of Fangs. We want to see what you're proud of, what you're doing. And you can, I guess we could just pretty much say, get an item from the Blizzard store that you would like for...
Oh, we were going to give them...
Or Hearthsteel, right?
Yeah, so
or
here's what we can do.
Hearthsteel.
We'll give you Hearthsteel. Maybe we'll give you an item from the store. I had not even what we did. We gave out prismatic baubles last time because they should be available from Geppetto Joybuzz in Dalaran, the rainbow toy. So we can also do that. But we'll have to sit next to you with a gun to your head to make sure that you actually spend that gold like you're supposed to.
Don't buy a spider. Don't buy a spider.
Fucking buy a fucking spider. Don't buy a fucking spider.
On Pride Month, that'd be homophobic.
I would immediately eviscerate you on the spot. I'm the Slayer.
This is an opportunity. You don't have to do a lot, and you can win great prizes, and also we donate to charity. So please do it.
Yeah, just enter the contest. Email us at donotrelentlpod@gmail.com. It's our gay pride contest. I don't know if we can say that enough. 2 of us are gay. This is actually, it's a gift. It's a gift from the Gangels, us, and our straight devil, Aaron.
It's actually wild you're making them spend money to buy you a gift for a contest on the gay month. I feel like it's heresy that you're not giving us steel, but that's not how it works because we want to help you all out.
So that's our aggressive advert for our contest. Join it.
You know, definitely everyone's made it to the 52-minute mark.
Oh, Aaron put this. We're gonna chop this and put this about the 10-minute mark. Aaron, move everything around.
Oh, I found out I actually didn't need to move anything because earlier when I thought I was at recording level 0, that's a little trick that my Audacity does when I use push to talk.
Mine does that too. Like currently mine said 0, but then like when I unmic muted, then it went back up to where it was supposed to be.
Well, mine does that when I come back in after about 10 seconds, and it happened to be those 10 seconds when I first spoke. So don't worry, everyone. There was all manner of discussion about chopping things up, but the only thing we're going to be chopping up are snakes at the Altar of Fangs, baby.
What are these motherfucking snakes doing at the motherfucking Altar of Fangs?
Cue my favorite Cobra Starship song.
I'll make them good girls go.
Okay, so Bubble Tiger made us miss raid on Tuesday. We were... I think we're going to make it to begin with, but...
But first off, like, by Miss Raid, we were approximately, like, 30 minutes late, and we arrived, and so, like, the new one boss raid is out, the Spore one or whatnot. Rotmeyer, correct. And we arrived, like, 30 minutes late, and not only did you guys kill it on Heroic, but did you do normal and Heroic during this time?
No, we just went in right on Heroic. Gandalin said, we will only need Heroic. And we pulled it in 2. There was one mechanic. I mean, there's not a lot of mechanics, but it was like, kill all the mushrooms or else they'll explode. We fucked that up one time because one person went to the wrong group. The very next pull, we got it.
Yeah, so we'll have to redo that next week Lynn wasn't there either, and then like Slide and I weren't. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like it is. I mean, obviously, it sounds like it'll take us like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is dumb content. It is 3 mechanics, and one of the mechanics is just like, you get a big circle and you shouldn't put that next to everyone else.
Also, I assume they're gonna kill it more than once anyway, because the loot and it has
Well,
good
yeah,
bonus rolls.
The you get 285 spore forged loot that you can just like roll on. And that's all not only big powerful, but they all do funny little things. I need to so I got a mythic or a spore forged ring, but it says whenever you do nature damage, you essentially do extra nature damage. And I think, do they mean just all general damage, or is this thing kind of a dud? Because, like, I'm doing fire damage. I'm not doing anything natural.
Yeah, it's probably not good for you. I would assume.
Oof. Well, I'm going to have to report to Blizzard's BringBackMyRing.com because I definitely hawked my hero 6 out of a 6 ring.
That's the fact that it's crazy.
It was so much higher.
It's
much higher.
It's crazy to me that you just delete it. Any gear that
that's why your bags. That's why your bags
use
like
your
the Texas
bank.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Use your bank and then just sell it at the end of the expansion. So
my bank is full of proto-form or proto-mount materials. I'm going to get back to those one of these days.
I'm looking up your BIS to see what's the ring. Is it Spore Caller's Blooming Loop? It's good. It's good for you. It's in your BIS.
Okay.
Best singular slot. I don't know why. You must... If the enemy is already affected by your raw plume, it is... Maybe the stats are just good? Because, I don't know. I don't know what nature damage you do.
But Rotmeyer's here. He's queer. Get used to it.
Here to stay.
And speaking of staying, top toot, bottom boot, medium moot. I'm gonna go first.
Nice.
I have top toot.
Toot.
My top toot is that finally we could possibly be on the path to guilds getting refreshed with new stuff coming in. They've added a feature that they're adding a feature in 12.1 that I feel like is probably one of their most surprising new ideas I've ever seen. I think we've discussed this as a joke, maybe. Blizzard will be connecting your guild Discord and in-game guild chat if you so choose it to be so in 12.1.
So I don't 100% know how this is going to work, but it seems like you can link your account, and then it has like you can set like a certain channel to be like available via the guild. So like I don't know if that means like in our Uno Mas Guild Discord we would just have like a certain channel that's like WoW Guild Chat, and then you can like post in there, and then it would be sent to the guild chat in game.
Yeah, because then the guild chat comes into the Discord chat. So we would have a guild chat Discord purposely, I think, just to capture guild chat, should be there. But then also we could connect our raid channels, I think. Can we do one? Wait, that'd be kind of bad though if we did that. Because if we connected our Mythic Plus and our raid channels to it, that means that they would be spammed 3 times because we have 3 raid channels if anybody ever typed in guild chat.
So I don't really know the logistics of it, but basically it's hypothetically that you can communicate from Discord to in-game WoW guild chat and vice versa. And then there would be like a little like Discord icon next to your name in guild chat if you are posting from Discord. My first thought of this is that like, is this going to like kind of replace communities or like some group chats in BNet?
Probably some. But I think there's still going to be communities that are still going to be used to people who just like aren't in their Discord. Like maybe they don't want you in their Discord.
I think it's a good change though. I'm interested to see how it's like in like practice. I feel like there's a way that we can make it work for us, because like it kind of reminds me of like, I feel like it all comes back to this, and this is my like old man yells at Ian in the vents moment, where it's like, y'all remember how on the old WoW app we used to just be able to from our phones talk in guild chat and read guild chat.
Yeah, we'd stalk it coming up from trivia.
I like to Scotty all the time.
How does this make you feel, Aaron? Like if we connect it,
it'll instantly be turned off. I've left.
I don't know if you can you?
I assume you can turn off like the guild Discord panel or channel. I mean, if it's in guild chat, like I guess people spamming it from if it's in like the green guild chat, that's one thing. But this picture also shows a purple guild Discord channel. I would just turn that off.
Well, yeah, that's so like we're gonna have the option to make it so as officers, if we put the Discord chat into guild chat, or if we put the Discord chat separately from.
I feel like you'd almost have to do it separately because
Interesting.
there are people in there who like, I want to talk about Path of Exile 2. I want to talk about Diablo 4.
Well, it wouldn't.
Like,
No, but it wouldn't. But we just wouldn't put the Diablo chat or the Path of Exile chat. We wouldn't connect those. We would just make a new channel called Guild Chat, and that would be where Guild Chat sent, and then where Guild Chat would be received.
Yeah, that's what it seems like in the pictures that they're posting. They specifically named the channel like WoW-Guild-Chat, which is like how like channels in Discord are named. So I think we would specifically make one that is made to have this cross communication.
I think it's good. I think then because fucking a lot of people don't check Discord, Aaron, and other people. Actually, a lot of people don't check Discord. There's like fucking like half the guild doesn't check Discord. So this would be good
because people are in there talking too much shit. Let's keep this professional. Let's keep this clean.
you don't even, or you could just check the specific channels that are related to the things you need to check.
Trust me, I would. I wish I could Wreck-It Ralph and smush everything other than like raid general, which I guess you can turn off individual channels. So maybe that's what I need to do.
Immune. Talk to you. Bada-boo.
So I think I'm going to have a top 2 as well.
Double 2.
It's the combination of having new content and immediately having information about future new content. I feel like it's just an exciting time. It's like kind of gives like new life to the expansion, because even though it's just a 0.7 patch, I feel like, I don't know, Nigtal felt a little harder, at least. Like it was a little bit of a challenge, more so than like Forbidden Reach or whatever felt like, I think. So I don't know, it was something. I don't know how excited I'll be about it in 2 weeks from now, but it's something. I'm more excited about the 0.1 patch news. So like that's the top 2 for me. And you know, I'll say it. I'm excited about having the pets being able to wander around.
Oh, for sure.
That's cool.
Whatever the max amount is, I'm gonna be a fucking clutter. I'm gonna be a hoarder home. I think be like, what? I can put 8 cats in this house. I'm pushing for 9.
As many cats as possible will be in this home. I will purposely need to find new cats to put in my home if there's not a limit. But yeah, Aaron, what do you got?
Well, I have a top 2 as well for a triple 2.
Triple titty 2.
Toot.
And my triple titty toot is purely that, you know, I was doing my homework. I was going into WoW, exploring 12.0.7. But I said, Negtal, you're distracting me from Overwatch 2 right now. And I'm still trying to get the max amount of little daily points for Shion's dumb activity. If I'm stuck here for 3 hours on Rotmire, I'm going to have to stay up late or get up early to make sure I finish this before tomorrow. And then about 20 minutes later, I was like, oh, okay, I can just go back to do Shion's dumb activity then. So thank you, Rotmire, for not distracting me for too long so that I could get those points that mean nothing. Because I found out as long as you do at least 3 days worth of that activity, you're good for the week.
You know what really grinded my gears this week? Learning that, like, my fucking Bing points are gone now. Like, well, they're still there, but, like, I can't spend them on Overwatch anymore. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do now with Battle Pass shit?
Well, now you use it on Chewy or Call of Duty or gummy worms.
Use it on Call of Duty and buy me a gun.
I'd like to buy a gun.
Use it on Smith & Wesson and buy a real gun. This is my actual pistol that I bought using my Bing points.
I feel like he'd be able to buy a blunderbuss, maybe.
Do you feel like a blunderbuss would be more or less expensive than like your standard Glock? your standard street pistol.
I almost want to say it would be more expensive for some reason.
Yeah, because like that thing's an antique. Where are you getting like 18th century gunpowder anymore? Speaking of gunpowder, our patrons absolutely blow us away with their kindness. Their names include Ahoy Vince, Azarin, Digital Dave, asking Growlina to say, "For the Horde." Misket the Orchidee Orc, Crucifix, Alternator, Fammy Man. Chris M, Saracen Hawk, Justin, give me back my PhD, Arcane. New patron.
Pew pew pew. New. Nudes.
Nude patron. New patron.
New
Yeah, you know,
patron.
Coming into the summer, I wouldn't blame you. I, too, would sit there and listen to my podcasts, just sweating my balls off with my balls out. Anyways, their name is Rack.
I have ridden the mighty moonworm.
Good for him.
Remy.
Every time I hear Chiodos, I get a full boner. And I wanted to hop off the bike before I poked you in the back.
Kick Puncher. Sugar Bear.
Time is money, friend.
Dr. Foster. Grumpy Old Shaman. Jerome. Ali. Adorno. Gershom.
I'm glad he acknowledges that I'm a good boy. I am a good boy.
Wooly. Void Elves Rule. Slide Drools. Duff the Horde. Pooper Cooper. Calcus.
What are these birds doing here?
Cilantro. Vanderlyle. Have a nice day. And Will, a.k.a. Tire. Trade Chat's fallen father.
Mwah. Mwah. You love us. You really love us. And if you want to really love us too, go to patreon.com/do-not-relent, where you can hear episodes that we talk about for extra. We talked about, well, it was about last week we talked about.
You annoying that gay club demanding they play music from Popeye the Musical.
Of course, Popeye the movie is not called the musical. Starring Robin Williams, 1980, his first movie he ever made. You can email us at do-not-relent-pod@gmail.com. Submit something to our motherfucking pride contest, and you might just walk away happy.
You heard what Immune just bought using his Bing points. You don't want that sword of Damocles hanging over you. Submit something!
Don't make me hold y'all up at blunderpuss point.
Blunderpuss? Oh no!
Wait, that's a pretty good... Maybe I should have a new Battle.net name. Blunderpuss. Alright, well, we'll see you guys next week. See you, Blunderpusses, then.
You have to ask where
Happy
we're
Pride.
going. Didn't we already do that? Or did we not?
Oh, yeah, you guys are here. Hey, what about you guys? Where you guys at?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at New Era Alex or on Blue Sky at Immunization. I also, like, all of our podcast links are just at do-not-relent.com.
Hey, I'm Aaron. You can read my musings on Twitter, or X, at The Big Cheesy, and you can watch me play Videograms live on Twitch at twitch.tv/AaronDNR. I'm going to take advantage of the Father's Day weekend and play some Dad of War. We'll see how far I get. I'm not beating it all this weekend, but I'm going to play a lot.
Beat it all this weekend.
I probably could, but I don't want to. I'm pouting now.
Do all the extra stuff. Do it for your father. For your father. For your father. And your father's
For
father.
Gary! For Gary! He's taking us to a restaurant for Father's Day where a homeless man burnt to death in.
Wow. Oh, can you remind me next week to talk about Fogo de Chao and After Dark? I'm really excited to talk about my first ever experience there.
I want to talk about Fogo de Chao too and how they're fascist.
Whoa. Are they?
No, but they wouldn't let me keep my beard.
All right. Well, we'll see you blunderpusses next week. And remember, submit to our contest or we're going to get blunderpussed.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.